In this video, we're gonna go over 5 drills to improve your riding and your fitness. All right guys, so we're here. We're trying to give you some more value. We're trying to build out some stuff that you can take to your local riding track and improve your riding. We're gonna get right into this, the first drill now. All right, so the first drill that we're gonna go over is what we call head forward, leg high. It's very hard, especially for males, to have this position, right? Because we have really tight posterior chain, meaning our hamstrings and our glutes and our lower backs get really tight, especially when we're riding a bunch. But when we're cornering, to stay forward, i.e. in like a rut where we need that front end to plant, we have to have our body here. The problem is it's very hard to have our body here and have our leg up out of the corner. So just me holding here on the stand is creating like strain right here. So it lets me know that when I'm riding, I'm likely gonna go here or go here. So if I'm here and I'm leaned over in the rut, the chances of my leg hitting the ground are pretty high. So we're just gonna go find somewhere on the track that's easy to ride through the corner. We're gonna focus on bringing head forward and leg high. And we're working on building these muscles in our core here and the top of our leg to where when we can go into a corner, make sure we plant the front end and keep that foot up off the ground. One thing that really helps the channel move along is just a simple hit the like button. And if you want more of this content, you find value, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and that'll send it directly to you. Every time we post a video, it comes straight to you. Thank you guys. All right, so number 2, we're gonna go head low standing is what we call it here. So one of the big common mistakes that we see when we see riders standing is they stand upright. The problem with standing upright is when you hit the gas, it's highly affecting your upper body. It's pulling you backwards, or if you hit the brakes, it's throwing you forward. So to get rid of that, to make that easier, we go hips back, head low. So what we're gonna try to do and focus on this drill is you finding somewhere where you can ride 3 to 5 laps, whether that's 10 to 12 minutes, with your head as close to the handlebars and your back as flat as you can get it. As long as you can stay in that position, you're building your core muscles, which is required to take all your heavy hits, and then you're also just getting used to being here rather than here. What you're gonna feel is it's gonna be a lot easier for you to brake here and get on the throttle here without the upper body being affected. Drill number 3 is just gonna be simply no brakes. And that sounds kind of scary at first, but you've got to take it really slow. The idea behind this is to kind of improve your timing, also your fluidity around the track, getting smooth, rolling the throttle on lightly, also timing when you need to be off the throttle to let the bike slow down. You can shift down in this to create a little bit of braking there, but we just want to create more smooth riding. What you'll find is that your lap times once you get used to this, won't be far off of when you are using your brakes, because you get so much better at creating flow, right? You take a little more speed into the corners and you realize the tires can grip as long as you're in the right position, and you don't get on the gas so hard coming out of the corner, so you create traction and a little more straightaway speed. It's a really good drill. All right, before we move on to drill 4, if you guys don't mind taking the time to check out our Patreon account, it's where we have people that want to support the channel more and they don't mind making really small monthly donations to create that environment. And they go over to patreon.com/MXFactory. You can donate as little as $1 a month, but that really helps us keep this channel moving forward, as you've heard me say before. So it would be greatly appreciated if you check that out. All right, drill number 4. This is something that I don't think anyone's doing this, because I feel like that maybe I invented it. I'm gonna just go ahead and boast for a minute on that. We call it the paper plate drill. We've also created our own here to make it a little easier, but this is something simple that you can do at home. The idea, and we're just gonna use paper because we don't have any paper plates, but the idea here is to create strength in our inner thighs and to also let us know that when we are loosening against the bike, because we all think that we're squeezing more than we actually are. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna have a partner to help you here. You're gonna take some paper plates, this is paper, guys, this is not a plate, and slide them in here. Then you're gonna have someone holding you up, and then you're just gonna let go, get the bike in 2nd or 3rd gear, and ride as many laps as you can without letting those paper plates fall out. When those paper plates fall out, pick them up, take them back, restart. It's building strength here, and it's also building awareness around what you're actually doing with your legs. All right, the 5th drill is more of a fitness drill, more of a race type scenario drill. I like to do this when I was racing a lot, is I would go 1 lap sprint, and then 1 lap at like 60%. So like 1 lap at close to your 100%, 98%, whatever you want to call it. So you're kind of pushing the limits, you're elevating the heart rate, and then you're taking a lap and smoothing out. And then eventually you're kind of merging those together where your 60% speed is almost as fast as your 100% speed, because you're understanding that that smoothness of the 60% speed actually equates to faster lap times. But we're elevating the heart rate to kind of build that sprint speed. Imagine you have a rider behind you or you're in the lead and you want to lay down a heater. You want to have the ability to lay down that heater and know you can drop back into your pace and level out and be able to ride at 2 different levels. Most people are just going on the track and riding at their one pace, which is most of the time at 100% or even above what they're actually capable of. So start practicing like the different levels of riding so you can manage your race based off of that. You don't need to win by a mile, right? And so you need to just be out front enough to be safe and be secure. All right, well, we hope that your practice riding gets better from these drills. If you do want some more tutorial type videos, we got some more over here. Don't forget to check out our Instagram. Like, subscribe to the channel. That always helps tremendously. And our Patreon account is in the link description below. Thank you guys.